What's up, you guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about SMCI. We're going to be going over what a stock market bubble looks like, why I think SMCI is in one, and exactly how I plan to short this position. We're going to be going over exact examples. I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly where I plan to get in and out, and I want you guys to fully understand, not just in this instance, but I want you to really conceptualize the psychology and the things that we're going to talk about in this video, because they are applicable to so many other aspects of trading. In most cases, the thing that everybody misses, every retail trader misses, is the psychological aspect of things. If you're somebody who's been trading and you're not consistently making money, you'll probably realize that your psychology, your stress levels, how you feel every single day is probably all over the place. And it feels like you're probably always behind, always going the wrong move, and that you're just one step behind where you should be. And when you can actually get an understanding of what moves the market, the psychology behind it of what big money and market makers are doing, you'll get a better understanding of what the market should be looking like and how structure should be setting up. And you'll actually be able to notice when false breakouts and false breakdowns will happen. So I want to go over two posts that I put on X. If you guys don't follow me over there, you should, because this is where you get the most real-time updates from me here on public, social media. If you do want to go check out our Discord community, it's going to be the second link in the description. You can be a basic member, which gets you access to the community, to a couple of my trading bots, to some of my trades, weekly watch list, or if you want to get access to all of that, plus our trading bots and all of our courses and all of my trades, that is the premium membership. That will be there as well. So let's go over the posts. The first one I posted here on February 20th. And I posted this saying, I did this with Mara, which is calling the top. We ended up closing that out for like a 24% profit. I mean, if you look at Mara from where we went short to, it's actually even lower now, down to about 22%, down about 22% from highs to lows. So the same situation is setting up, and it doesn't mean that it has to work. That's the first thing I want you to understand. We're playing with probabilities here. We're just saying, and we can prove through years and years and years of backtesting and actual trading this type of strategy, that this is profitable, and in most cases, this is what happens. It doesn't mean that it has to happen the next time. We don't treat it that way, and we never expect to make money on our next trade. It's how we can risk appropriately, because we're going to risk like we're not going to win on the next trade. And that's the problem. Most people act and bet like they are going to win the next trade, because in their mind, they're saying, why the fuck would I take the trade if I wasn't planning to make money? That's not how a professional thinks. A professional says to themselves, I have no idea if I'm going to make money. I can't move the market. I can't do anything. I'm not in control here. The only thing I'm in control of is when I buy and when I sell, when I take my profit and when I take my loss. And it's fully up to me. So I posted saying I did this with Mara. We're going to do this with SMCI. I said we've been talking about a retest here for a very long time in order to go short. We are now waiting for a bounce and the quote bull trap. This trap will lead retail into believing that they are quote getting a discount, but they are getting left with the bag. I said, who wants a full video? So this is from the 20th, and we're going to go over and look at SMCI now, because this chart looks significantly different now. And after hours with earnings, of NVIDIA and a sympathy run here on SMCI, it's actually going to look even more different. But at the time, we finally saw this top out around $1,100 and a massive pullback 30% down to $700. At this point, this is where we're expecting this next bounce. Now, in the actual stock market bubble example, I gave this as the new paradigm. So you can see here that we get this big push up, we get enthusiasm, we get greed, we get delusion, we continue to move up, 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 just as SMCI is right now, and then we get this massive pullback. This pullback is what's usually called the bull trap. And it doesn't mean that it has to be at this time, but this would be the bull trap that highlighted in red. Because everybody who missed out on this push, and here's the thing, guys, you have to realize this, and I'm not trying to belittle anybody, because I've been there. Like, I lost so much money in the market. I was doing all the wrong things for the longest time. But by the time your everyday individual finds out about this information, finds out about this stock, finds out about the opportunity to trade it, they're so late. So late. Like, these people have been building, like, I'm talking like hedge funds and institutions, the people who actually fucking move shit, right? They've been building positions in SMCI for a long time between $200 to $300. So when it goes up to $1,000, do you think that those people who are moving the market, do you think that they are continuing to buy? No. I mean, like, stats are showing that obviously, like, the candles that we're pushing up, that we're getting higher highs and we're getting more buying, but it's retail facilitating this type of volume, continuing to push this in. As they're pulling money out, unless more money comes in, we're not going to see a higher high. So what normally happens, and this is where I actually went through and I talked about this a little bit more in the post that I put out earlier. This was earlier. I said NVIDIA and SMCI bull trap now is in with a retest. I swear that this is going to get retail to buy and hold the bag. I haven't shorted either of these yet because I hate shorting an uptrend. Like, you guys, if you watch me a lot, I don't short uptrend. I hate shorting. But I said that this will be worth the risk. It doesn't mean it'll be correct. Tail risk would be less than 5% of total allocation of capital. So we're seeing this now bounce off of support. We're seeing this sympathy run on NVIDIA's earnings. And I do think that NVIDIA is probably going to top out soon. I made a video on that earlier, which you guys can go watch. But in this case, I think that we're probably going to see SMCI come back up to 900, potentially 941, pull into this order block and reject. Because this is where we get this bounce and everyone thinks that this is where the next high is going to come. And all that big money's going to do, all that these people who have been accumulating shares down here, all they're going to do is start to sell out of their positions into this liquidity. As retail's buying, in equal proportion, they're selling. We're not talking about people who can just get on their phone and take 5, 8, 4, whatever it is, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars on a market order. These aren't people who can just fill, right? These are people who have to build positions. They need liquidity. They need people in order to fill these positions. They need money on the other side. And in most cases, it's not smart money that's doing that. It's buying into this at the top, right? And this is why I get like emotional and upset about it, because it's just because the people who get stuck holding the bag, and I'm hoping that this isn't it, but the people who get stuck holding the bag are the same people that I want to help because they're who I was 5 years ago. Like, when I fucking lost all of my money multiple times over, I wasn't a bad person. I wasn't an idiot. I was just somebody who wanted more out of my life. I was somebody who knew that, like, doing the normal day-to-day job was never, no matter how much fucking money I made, no matter what title I had, wasn't going to get me where I wanted to be. And so therefore I started looking at other places. I did the dumb dropshipping shit. I did the SMMA. I've done everything that you can think of. I've tried, and I have succeeded at some of them. Trading being the one that I stuck to because it's a puzzle that I will never fully solve, which is why I've been addicted to this for nearly 9 years. But it's that same curiosity, that same love, that same wanting more for yourself, more for your family is the same reason why we all come into the market. But big money doesn't give a fuck about that. They don't give a fuck about your dreams. They don't give a fuck about anything, right? It is ruthless. And it's why I love it, because at the end of the day, it does not give a shit about who you are, your criminal background, your sexual orientation, the color of your skin. Money doesn't fucking care. And money in general doesn't care, but the market doesn't care more than anything. And that's why it upsets me, because I see a lot of people who get manipulated, buying into these massive pumps, buying at the top, getting screwed, leaving the market, the 98% of traders who just fail, and saying that this is bullshit. And so it's like, if you really want to learn how to hone this into a skill, then do it. This SMC trade, whatever it is, SMCI trade, is not going to be the trade to rule them all. It's not. No amount of money you make today, bro, like straight up, even if you made 500 grand off this trade, I fucking promise you, it will not change your life. It won't. Like, if you're homeless, it might change your life, but it's not going to like unlock everything that you've ever wanted and change your life. You know what will? Learning how to build a fucking skill and learning how to do it and spending the 9 years of eating shit, but learning how to make a consistent and profitable strategy and learning how to do that. And this is a shameless plug, but go check out our Discord community and check out the second link in the description if you're watching on YouTube to go and join, and you can trade with us every day. But the point is, that's not fucking easy. Like, it took me 5 years to just get to the point where I was able to be consistent and profitable and live off the market and not fear every day, not worry, not stress, not anything. And at the end of the day, it's not that much to ask for. Like, you can't expect to go out and just become proficient at something. Just learn how to shoot a bow and arrow or a gun or something just tomorrow and be proficient with it. So why would you ever think that making money like this is easy? It's not. And that's why it hurts, because I see so many people who get fucking screwed. And I hope that that doesn't happen. I hope that SMCI pushes up to 900 and I short it and I'm wrong. And I hope that everyone who got into this could be like, oh yeah, you're totally right. And they push us up and it's a higher, and they make money. And I hope that happens, because it will hopefully keep those people around long enough to be like, okay, I've made money before. Maybe I should actually look into this and say, how do I learn to do this the correct way? Guys, I hope this helps. Thanks for all the support. Check out our Discord community. I'll see you next time. Peace.